Be brave and take risks. You need to have faith in yourself. Be brave and take risks. You don't have to have it all figured out to move forward. Sometimes life knocks you on your ass. Get up, get up, get up. Happiness is not the absence of problems. It's the ability to deal with them. Study the past if you would define the future. It is always important to know when something has reached its end. Closing circles, shutting doors, finishing chapters. It doesn't matter what we call it. What matters is to leave in the past those moments in life that are over. My heart might be bruised, but it will recover and become capable of seeing beauty of life once more. It's happened before, it will happen again. I'm sure. When someone leaves, it's because someone else is about to arrive. If you walked away from a toxic, negative, abusive, one-sided, dead-end, low-vibrational relationship or friendship, you won. My father taught me that you read 100 books on wisdom and write 100 books on wisdom, but unless you apply what you learned, then it's only words on a page. Life is not lived with intentions, but action. The only thing a person can ever really do is keep moving forward. Take that big leap forward without hesitation, without once looking back. Simply forget the past and forge toward the future. 3 routes to healing. You must let the pain visit. You must allow it teach you. You must not allow it overstay. You need to have faith in yourself. Be brave and take risks. You don't have to have it all figured out to move forward. When you have something to do, life will not allow you to move forward until you do it. If you take a risk, you just might find what you're looking for. We must be willing to get rid of the life we've planned so as to have the life that is waiting for us. The old skin has to be shed before the new one can come. If we fix on the old, we get stuck. When we hang on to any form, we are in danger of putrefaction. Change has to come for life to struggle forward. 6 ways to give your mind a break. Stop stressing. Stop worrying. Give rest to the problems weighing you down. Lighten up. Forgive yourself. 6. Forgive others. Your judgments about another person say more about your own character than the character of the person you are pointing a finger at. This is the key and one of the most fundamental insights about the red flags that we often dismiss regarding the people in our lives. If someone complains a lot to you about other people, guess what? That is part of their current character. And, as quickly as the tide changes, you can just as easily become the person they target and criticize, point fingers at, and negatively judge, forever and always until vibrations are raised. This will be the cycle of the relationship, so it's your choice to continue to engage in the cycle with them, or to move on. There are plenty of people who do not criticize, point fingers, or judge. This is the kind of character we want to foster within ourselves. This is the character of the kind of people we do want to develop close relationships with. Relationships are stepping stones for the evolution of our consciousness. Each interaction we have, be it one of joy or contrast, allows us to learn more about who we are and what we want in this lifetime. They bring us into greater alignment as long as we continue to move forward and do not get attached to hurt, anger, or being a victim. No matter how dysfunctional your background, how broken you are, where you are today, or what anyone else says, you matter, and your life matters. If I could forgive, it meant I was a strong, good person who could take responsibility for the path I had chosen for myself, and all the consequences that accompanied that choice. And it gave me the simple but powerful satisfaction of extending a kindness to another person in a tough spot. And I just think that if you believe in something and you want it so much and you're not hurting anyone else, you have to go for it, which sometimes means taking a risk even if it's scary. But the thing you want most to happen doesn't stand a chance unless you give it one. Rehashing the past wouldn't change anything. Time to move forward. Isn't it funny how we make rational excuses for being out of alignment? We say, well, this and that happened, so it makes perfect sense for me to be feeling like this and wanting to do this. Yet to this day, I have never met a happy person who adheres to those excuses. In fact, each time I or anyone else decide to give in to rational excuses that justify feeling bad, it's interesting that only further suffering is the result. There is never a good enough reason for us to be out of alignment with peace. Sure, we can go there and make choices that dim our lights, and that is fine. There certainly is purpose for it, and the contrast gives us lessons to learn. Yet if we're aware of what we are doing, and we're ready to let go of the suffering, then why go there at all? It's like beating a dead horse. Been there, done that, so why do we keep repeating it? Pain is going to happen. It's inevitable in this human experience. Yet it is often so brief. When we make those excuses, what happens is, we pick up that pain and begin to carry it with us into the next day. and the next day into next week, maybe next month, and some of us even carry it for years or to our graves. Forgive, let it go. It is not worth it. It is never worth it. There is never a good enough reason for us to pick up that pain and carry it with us. There is never a good enough reason for us to be out of alignment with peace. Unforgiveness hurts you. It hurts others, so why even go there? Why even promote pain? Why say painful things to yourself or others? Why think pain? Just let it go. Whenever I look back on painful things or feel pain today, I know it is my ego that drives me to go there. The ego likes to have the last word. It likes to feel superior. It likes to make others feel less than in hopes that it will make itself, me, feel better about my insecurities. Maybe if I hurt them enough, they will feel the pain I felt over what they did to me. It's only fair. It's never my fault. It's always someone else's. There is a twisted sense of pleasure I get from feeling this way, and my ego eats it right up. Yet, with awareness that continues to grow and expand each day, I choose to not feed my pain, ego, or even go there. I still feel it at times, of course, so I simply acknowledge it and then release it. I have power and choice over my speech and actions. I do not need to ever go there again. It's my choice. It's your choice. So it's about damn time we start realizing this. We are not victims of our impulses or emotions. We have the power to control them, and so it's time to stop acting like we don't. It's time to relinquish the excuses, because my life isn't going to wait around while I figure out how to make it work. No one can save you except yourself. Life is a tapestry we weave day by day with threads of different colors, some heavy and dark, others thin and bright, all the threads having their uses. The stupid things I did are already in the tapestry, indelible, but I'm not going to be weighed down by them till I die. What's done is done. I have to look ahead. When the world is at your back, and your heart is at your feet, the best way to go on is to just be. Always attack. Even in defense, attack. The attacking arm possesses the initiative and thus commands the action. To attack makes men brave, to defend makes them timorous. I can't take back the past, but I can fight for the future. We keep moving forward, opening new doors and doing new things, because we're curious and curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. I realize that I have to put myself out there to get what I want. Only those with tenacity can march forward. When your trust has been betrayed, the only thing to do is live, learn and let go. Otherwise the betrayal done by another will turn into hate for them, but they will not feel this hate. It will only hurt you more, growing bigger and darker. So, live, learn and let go. By living, it means they did not hurt you so deep that you cannot move forward. Learn to not trust this person again, and to make more of a sound judgment in the future. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It means that you have let go of the pain it caused, and by not forgetting, you will learn and move forward from the betrayal of the past. Instead of hating someone, pray for that person. Don't forget to pray for yourself as well, that you may learn how to let go and forgive. Money and beauty are defenses against the sorrows of this world, but neither can undo the past. Only time will conquer time. The way forward is the only way back to innocence and to peace. Forever seeking, forever moving forward. To strive, to struggle. Life had been hard, but still keep moving forward and still working. Still fighting for those who couldn't fight for themselves. Ask yourself about the kind of life you want. What would you do day to day, and with whom, and where? Consider the life you have. Do one thing today, however small, to close the gap between the two. It is not your job to make other people comfortable with who you are. When life held your hand in the flames, it taught you something about the kind of burning you can endure. You survived. Don't forget that. And don't diminish it. Accept that you are a work in progress, both a revision and a draft. You are better and more complete than earlier versions of yourself, but you also have work to do. Be open to change. Allow yourself to be revised. Stop searching yourself trying to understand why someone else treated you the way they did. The answer is not inside you, it's inside them, out of reach. Don't wait for your life to magically come together. It's your work to do. Every day, every moment, you are making your life from scratch. Today, take one step, however small, toward creating a life you can be proud of. Start making yourself at home in your life as it is. Give the present the gift of your full attention. What is embarrassment but a relative of fear? You've been seen caught at being imperfect. Close the gap between yourself and your spirit, the person you know you can be. Let your choices reflect the person you want to become, not just the person you think you are. Fight the urge to withdraw, to fold in on yourself, as if your pain is contagious and might infect someone else. We are here to take care of one another. The care is what's catching, spreading person to person to person. So take and give care. A silver lining of being alone is being with someone you can trust, someone you respect and understand. You can let your guard down when you're by yourself. You can give yourself permission to live your authentic life without apology. You can love yourself in a way that no one else can. You don't have to be in love to have love in your life. Take stock of everything and everyone that fills your heart. Being strong, bracing yourself against hurt, can get in the way of actual healing, the real work. Stop calling your heart broken. Your heart works just fine. If you are feeling love, anger, gratitude, grief, it is because your heart is doing its work. Let it. Do not be led by fear. Fear cannot lead you out of the dark. Find whatever bits of hope you can, a trail of even the smallest breadcrumbs, even the tiniest pebbles, reflecting the moonlight, and follow them. Stop focusing on what is behind you. It's growing smaller and smaller, miniaturizing in the distance. Stop squinting at it, as if it has answers. Today, keep your eyes on where you are going, not where you have been. Your work is being yourself, offering what you can to others. You've been doing it all along. Now do it with intention. Remember a time when you forgave someone, how freeing that felt. You deserve your mercy as much as anyone else does. Forgive yourself for something today, something you wish you'd done differently. Just let it go. Free yourself from it. Commit yourself to the present. Loosen your grip on the life you had before a loss, an upheaval, a change that called everything into question so that you can be here, where you're needed, right now. Keep moving. Do something today that will bring you joy, even if you know you will not do it well. Think of what you've achieved that didn't seem possible last year, or 5 years ago, or 10. It didn't seem possible then, but you've proven that it was. Now imagine what might be possible in another year or 5 or 10. Keep moving. Ask yourself what you would do if you had an unlimited supply of both courage and hope. Now begin answering that question with action. Take one step today, then repeat, repeat, repeat. Speak without silencing others. Listen without losing your own voice. Everything is temporary. You can't keep a white-knuckled hold on what you love or on what has hurt you. Loosen your grip on your grief today, if only a bit. It is not your job to make other people comfortable with who you are. Be wary of those who don't want you to change or grow. Grow anyway, there is no alternative. Stop complaining, toxic people. You have the chance now to be better and do something new. Don't settle where you and harbor feelings of lost and guilt. New doors can open for you if you are willing to move forward and drop the negative attitude. Good people give good memories. Bad people give good experiences. Don't judge, learn your lessons and move on. Accept that you may never get to know what it means. Accept that there may not be a reason, despite the comfort that reasons provide. Don't look for meaning in whatever collapsed around you. Make meaning by digging yourself out. Life has no smooth road for any of us. We just have to keep looking upward. Wisdom comes from making mistakes, having the courage to face them, and make adjustments moving forward, based upon the knowledge acquired through those experiences. Let the hard days be hard. When you mourn a person, it's a form of love. You mourn their loss because they mattered, because the world without them is diminished. Sit still with your grief if you need to, then lift it and carry it with you. Keep moving. Take stock of what you can see in your life now that parts of it are gone. What view has that space created? Ask yourself what part of you is holding on to pain because it is familiar. Because letting go would require you to do something different to fill that space. And what could fill that space? Today, loosen your grip on the pain. Let it go, bit by bit. Keep moving. Sometimes things don't work out the way we hoped, despite our best intentions. And when they go pear-shaped, you have to let them. You can't keep holding on, trying to redo the past and stop the bad things from happening. They happened, and you can't change that. You can't keep holding on to the vision of the future you imagined you'd have, the way you thought things would turn out. You have to let the present be what it is: broken, flawed, painful, but real. Happiness is fleeting, fickle, often based on our circumstances. If you chase happiness, you will more often than not end up disappointed by the very nature of life. Life is hard, brutal at times, and often unfair. But following your bliss, that's entirely different. It means facing your present reality with honesty and courage, and, in the midst of it all, continuing to pursue each spark of joy, even if it is a tiny pinpoint in the darkness of your life. Do not give up. Continue to look for the light in your life. It is always present somewhere. Some small thing to be grateful for, something to celebrate, a way to give joy to others, a new way to grow. Move toward the light in life. Seek it out no matter what. This is the essence of what it means to follow your bliss. You must be honest, pay attention, seek joy, things that will make you unstoppable. Get the naysayers out of your life. Take charge of your destiny. Be uncommon, be relentless, and never look backwards. The wise are like a sprouting seed. They go forward and upward, never backward or downward. When the clock's needle moved forward, it's a new year. When we move from needless things, it's a new life. You're not going to live in victory if you hold on to baggage from yesterday. Your hardest times often led to the greatest moments of your life. Life is difficult and painful. But if you keep moving forward, the final destination makes all of the pain worth it. You can't forget where you came from, but it doesn't mean you have to go back. Even spineless arthropods shed what's no longer useful and leave it behind them. Are you not greater than they? Every moment has within it the power to transform every moment that came before it. In order to get anywhere, you must first know where you are. I might add that it's good to know how you got there, so you wind up moving forward, rather than going back to where you've already been. Every step forward is a foot in the right direction. There's a difference between owning your choices and blaming yourself. The choice isn't to move on, life moves whether I want it to or not. No, the choice is to look forward, not backward, to take a step, because refusing to move won't draw the past nearer, only postpone better days. You can't start a new chapter in your life if you keep rereading the last one. Sometimes it's easier to gain traction once you slow the spinning wheels. While many things have changed, some things haven't changed enough. Some people are meant to stay put, and some people are meant to go. But running is different than going. When you're running, you spend the whole time looking over your shoulder. To go forward, you gotta look forward. Have heart in the things you do. You don't always need a second or third opinion for every last decision you make. Sometimes trying to piece together your past only builds a wall that keeps you there. Moving backward meant more suffering, and staying stuck was just as bad. That left moving forward. There had to be an answer somewhere. All you had to do was find it. Even snails make progress. Just be sure your progress is in the direction you want to go. Wherever life takes you, and however you might feel, have no doubt that it is all on purpose. These states and feelings give value and meaning to your own journey of discovering the harmony that is right for you. The world won't come to a standstill because you're hurt. Just pick yourself up from where you left you, shake off the dust, wear your crown with a smile and evolve. Not easy as it sounds, but you've got to try, and the time to do that is now. Sometimes in order to move the mind forward, we must shift its gears out of reverse. Only your determination and your strong desire will move you forward. Sometimes we can't be present to the possibilities of our future until we navigate a peaceful path through the aftermath of our past. Every problem that I conquer is one my parents faced. Every problem that I conquer is a problem my parents faced. Our scars make us who we are. Wear them proudly and move forward. It is not wrong to feel down or disappointed. What is wrong is to quit. As long as you are doing the right thing, you are on the right track, and you will succeed by God's will. No matter how much darkness life brings, fight, because darkness can't exist without lights. As long as we're alive and trying, we'll get through this hell. You just do and backquote T know that it is the last time dot, but I think THAT backquote S a good thing, really, because if you did know, it would be almost impossible to let go dot. I choose beauty over bitterness. I choose discovery over doubt. I choose freedom over fear. I choose grace over grief. I choose peace over panic. I choose surrender over suffering. I choose trust over terror. I choose wisdom over warfare. I choose life, light and love. Sometimes, some people and some situations deserve a second chance. I'm looking towards my future and enjoying every race. No need to look behind me because my past has been erased. Writing is a beautiful way to let out pain. When you put your story out there, you release it. Once it is no longer buried or stuck within you, you are free to move forward. Sometimes we stumble and fall. It doesn't mean we are failures. It simply means we are moving forward. You can't expect to move forward if your emergency brake is on. Love yourself enough to move forward from whatever mistakes you may have made. Growth is about moving forward. While chaos often sends you repeatedly through the same cycles. I get that you're scared and that you've been hurt, but doing what is easy and safe is no way to live, and a life without passion and love is so far beneath what you deserve. His words hit me in the gut and my head spins. He's right. I've been choosing alone because it's safe and easy. It doesn't mean that I'm stronger or smarter than everyone else, just that I'm scared. I'm letting all of the hurt I've had over the last few years keep me from moving forward. Today I decide to let go. I let go of my grasp on people, things, thoughts, feelings, expectations and outcomes. And though I acknowledge my desires, I acknowledge I do not control anything. Letting go activates my faith and allows God to send what is meant for me. Letting go helps me because holding on does not. Holding on will not change the situation, the person, the problem or the thing, but letting go sets me free to accept that life is just as it is meant to be. An experience full of open spaces for new outcomes, new opportunities and new possibilities. It has less to do with regaining control, but more on being in harmony with reality. It's not simply gathering pieces of we, rather, it's gathering peace and giving ourselves the opportunity to be whole again. It is an opportunity to make room for the present, so we may shape it into the future we so desire, and letting the past be, because it takes up so much space in our lives. It is more than just forgiving ourselves. It is returning the trust we have stolen from ourselves in a desperate attempt to bend reality. When solitude has been my safe haven, the world and all its noise seem cautionary. My foot is half stepping forward with the back one standing still, eager to move through my life in a brave manner whilst eliminating the fears. Growth takes time. Be gentle on yourself. What's wrong with standing in the same place if it's a good place? Even a good place gets to be a rut, especially if you're standing in it alone. Honey, alone and lonely share the same root. The art of letting go is art in its purest form. Even if our life circumstances take a while to reflect our inner decisions, once decisions are made, everything in our life will move in the direction of aligning with that. Concern yourself not with what you tried and failed in, but with what is still possible to do.